I'm John Groh, Mill Creek Township Auditor. I'm here with candidate for re-election for the office of Erie County Sheriff, Chris Campanelli. We're going to talk with Chris about where he's at, as far as the accomplishments at the Sheriff's office, also what he plans for the future. But first we're going to talk about just a little background about Chris for people that didn't know a whole lot about him. Chris, tell us about yourself. Where are you from? Are you from Erie originally?
Yes, I'm a lifelong resident of Erie County.
Okay.
Graduated from Academy High School in 1987.
Okay, that's cool there. And, of course, your whole family lives here and stuff. And
Everybody that's left.
Everybody that's left
Everybody that's
there,
left.
okay. And, of course, you're married too, I believe?
Yes,
Molly,
married to
Molly's
my
your wife?
lovely wife, Molly,
Okay.
for 6 years, as of just a few days ago.
Okay, and you have a few kids, I believe, too?
I have two boys. One lives in Texas, one lives in Florida.
Okay.
One
okay.
grandbaby.
And one grandbaby,
Just had
okay,
a
so that makes
grandbaby
you a
last
grandpa
year.
then. Okay,
Yep.
that's cool there.
Best part.
Okay, that's good. Now, of course, in your position or in your office as a sheriff, and also prior to that, you were a deputy. Certifications, because you are in law enforcement, and that's correct. So that requirement for certification that still exists for the office of sheriff.
Sure.
Okay, and you do possess that. I think it's called 120 Act certification.
Pennsylvania Act 120. It's a municipal police training academy.
Okay.
That is not a priority or necessity for the sheriff's office.
Okay.
We also have our own academy. It's Pennsylvania Act 2,
Okay.
Deputy Sheriff Training Academy.
Okay.
I have both.
You have both of them. Okay, that's where I was going with the question there, was that there. So you have them both. That's great.
Sure.
That's great. And of course, your officers there your deputies, that is, at the county courthouse, they have certification as under the sheriff's.
Absolutely.
That's right there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about what the sheriff's office does at the county courthouse. I mean, I know there's several things you do. A lot of people don't know.
It's one of those things. People don't realize how much the sheriff's office really does.
Yeah.
We are not only just an arm of the court.
Right.
We handle all the court security, prisoner transport. We do security of the building, civil process. We do criminal warrant service for the Court of Common Pleas.
Okay.
You name it, we get involved in it whenever we can.
Right, of course. And when you said civil process, you're talking like criminal action or something else like real estate real estate actions.
Sure. Yeah. Civil process is more of the civil end of things. Somebody sues you for something.
Okay.
A car accident, non-payment of credit card.
Okay.
Things like that.
Those things. So
Sure.
the sheriff's
real
department.
estate is a separate thing. We do that as well.
You do that, yeah. So there's many hats that you end up wearing, in this position, this office as sheriff, and of course the deputies along with you too, because they do quite a bit of the work there too. So, okay. How long have you been at the sheriff's department there?
Well, I got hired in the sheriff's office 1996 as a per diem.
Okay.
I was consequently hired full-time in 1998. I'm getting close to 30 years, almost there.
Really? Okay. Well, I forgot to ask you, before that, did you have any military time? Did you serve in the armed forces?
I do.
What branch?
I'm a very proud veteran of the United States Marine Corps.
Okay.
Actually, upon getting out of the Marine Corps, that's when I went through that Act 120.
Oh, I see.
So I've been in public service my whole entire life.
Okay, so is it like the saying goes, once a Marine, always a Marine?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and you wear it proudly too.
I do.
There. Okay, I see you're wearing a lapel pin, an American flag, and the Marine Corps.
flag,
yes. Okay.
always.
Yeah, cool. That's nice there. So.
Eagle, globe, and anchor touches my heart every
Okay,
night.
that's nice. I like that there. Proud patriot there. Thanks. In your term, how long you said you've been down there since, what, 30 years you've been there?
It's coming up on 30
Coming
years,
up on 30 years. You started as a per diem, okay, and you've obviously rose up through the ranks, okay. What other ranks have you held there? Of course, this is kind of, not an organization, but a department
Right.
where there's rank.
Absolutely. I started out, like I said, as a per diem.
Okay.
And that was basically working our holding facility, watching prisoners and getting them ready for the deputies to take back and forth to court.
I see.
At that point, when I got hired full-time, I became a civil process deputy.
Okay.
So that was serving civil process, working court,
Okay.
that kind of thing. I did that for about 17 years.
Okay.
Then I was promoted to lieutenant.
Yeah.
And that position was in charge of courthouse security, and I was the liaison to the courts.
Okay.
After that, I was promoted to captain, which was in charge of the criminal division,
Yeah.
also overseeing daily operations of the office.
Okay.
For a short period of time, when our chief deputy had some medical issues, I was in as a sit-in chief deputy for 6 months.
I see.
And then I became the sheriff. I was lucky enough to be elected by the people to be the sheriff,
Okay.
and been there ever since.
Okay, so you've rose up through the ranks, and obviously because of you've proved yourself along the way.
I would
as
like to
being
think that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, deserving of the rank, that you worked at, and then of course, election. You won election there 4 years ago,
Correct.
and of course you're up for re-election this year. So, okay, in your first year as sheriff, can you highlight some of the highlights that you've accomplished?
Sure.
Let us know what it is you've done.
John, I think any time there's a change in leadership,
Yeah.
there's going to be a transition period, of course.
Right.
I wouldn't run things the way the last sheriff did. The next sheriff won't run things the way I did.
Okay.
So, it took a couple years to get our feet underneath us. We had some really bad employee issues. We couldn't maintain employees. We went through 50 deputies in 5 years.
Oh, okay, that's a problem. Yeah.
So we worked diligently on the fact to get that figured out. We changed the way we hired, the hiring process.
I see.
So for the first time in I think almost 8 years, we're finally at full complement, which I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Because that's difficult.
Right.
After that, I think, we started to actually make headway.
Okay.
And I have a great command staff and a great staff of men and women that have the best ideas. We recently just started having the ability to do gun permits online. We teamed up with this organization called Permitium. They pretty much do all of it.
Okay.
You can apply, pay online, then we set up an appointment for you to come in and get your photo taken, in and out in 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's awesome. We started using this program called LERMS,
Okay.
Law Enforcement Records Management System.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things we should have been doing this 10 years ago.
Okay.
What it really does is it gives our deputies the ability to make it in layman's terms, they will have better communication with each other offices' information,
Okay.
other departments' information. We can tell where they're at in case of an emergency.
Okay.
Much easier. We have them, we'll know exactly pinpointed where they are.
I see.
In the system, it took us from realistically pen and paper
Okay.
to the now they can actually access warrants in the vehicle on a laptop.
Okay. So
It's amazing.
It's into the 21st century
Absolutely,
then. Okay.
absolutely.
Well, that's good there. So that's one of the many improvements and accomplishments that you've made down there. Of course, now you said you have a full complement of deputies in different departments, and of course we know how things are going the way they are in this country nowadays, and you can't be too careful. So people, when they go down to the county courthouse, they go through a process of going in. I know I do whenever I go down there,
right.
and I have my little Swiss Army knife taken away from me, unless I remember to leave it in the car.
Right.
And of course, the process for cell phones, that they have to be bagged unless there's a legitimate reason
Sure.
for somebody not to have them bagged. Okay, so that process, I'm just thinking about myself when I go down to the courthouse for different things, different matters. So it's always very professional. I can tell you that the staff that you have down there, I could witness the fact that they are very professional in what they do. People should feel very secure down there, and that's a lot of it has to do with the way you staff down there. So
Well, I appreciate that.
That's something very, very, very proud of. And then, of course, going through the different departments. Of course, I don't go into the courtrooms, but I have other places I go. I can tell you myself, as a poll worker, working the election polls, we bring the poll results down there, and wow, it's a flurry of activity on election night.
That's a nice way to put it.
It's a flurry. It's more like a snowstorm
Right.
of activity. And the guys handle it, and women too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound that way. The staff handles it so well. They're directing us into the right places and stuff. And just outside, they're meeting us out there and making sure that everything's secure from the time we take it from the car, put it on the dolly to take it in. you know, that there's no issues going on.
Yeah, like I said, I cannot be any happier
Yeah.
with the staff that I have right now. These young men and women, they're the future. They're the future
Yeah.
of law enforcement. So
Yeah.
I feel lucky that I get to be a part of that, that I get to lead them into the future. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's awesome for me as well.
Well, that's I think what you just said, lead them, and that's one of the things that I think is it's showing here is that your leadership. You know, you have that experience, that you've worked the way up, and you know, you didn't run in the sheriff just like that. You worked your way up through the ranks, and that's very important because your deputies that work under you. They can see, hey, Chris was one of us at one time, you know, and he's worked his way up. He knows the job. So, that's
And I can tell you firsthand, there's probably not a day goes by that not somebody comes in and is asking me a question about civil process, warrant service, anything like that. And that's what I want them to do.
Right.
I want them to get the right answer from the right person.
Right.
And our command staff is excellent. We've all been together for a long time.
Good.
So we know what we're doing.
Okay. Well, we have a few minutes left here, Chris. What do you plan for the future when you're reelected?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, we're doing a couple things right now.
Okay.
We have a couple things working right now. We're going to be able to do the gun permit thing, license to carry, mobily. We'll have a couple mobile things around the county.
Right.
I believe we're doing one on the 29th with Representative Mirsky.
Okay.
In Green Township. But after that, you know, we want to move into the future. We have to do things like we're going to streamline our real estate. We're going to start doing the sheriff sales online.
Yes.
I mean, we have to move this into the future.
Okay.
You know, our office at this point right now can't even take a debit card.
Oh, okay.
Everything is cash. We want to go cashless.
Right.
You know, at least have the ability for you to utilize your debit or credit card when needed.
Okay.
When needed.
What?
And it's a lot of small things like that. But like I said, we're making headway.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and like I said at the beginning, I've been a public servant my whole adult life.
Right.
I love this job. I love this county. I don't want to do anything but make it a better place.
Yeah.
I love our office. I love my people, and I want to make it better for them. The day I walk out the door for the last time, I want it to be a better place than the day I took it over.
That's good. That's a great way to put it there.
I appreciate that. But
Yeah. Okay. So, any other closing comments you want to make there, Chris? I mean, I do have a final question when we see if you have.
I think the only thing I would like to say is I believe I'm the only qualified candidate for this position right now. I know what I'm doing. I don't need on-the-job training.
Okay, that's important. It's not a job you take.
Been there and pretty much
learn.
done that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm from the people.
Yeah.
I work for them. I'm their sheriff. I'm not the sheriff. I'm your sheriff.
Yes.
And I want to keep that on. I want to finish the job. I
Okay.
want to finish the things we've done. I'm not going to stay forever.
Okay. None of us do.
Right.
You know,
This will probably be my last term.
Okay.
And then you pass it on to the young guys that
Pass
they
the
have
baton.
great ideas. They're
Right.
amazing.
Yes.
They're amazing. And I'm so impressed and proud of them.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And I think that's really it. I mean, I would respectfully request everybody to vote for me.
Yeah.
I will do the job for you.
Okay. I think that really kind of says it there. So, yeah, I think that shows that you're a very qualified candidate for re-election.
Thank you.
I do have one question for you, and this is from the lighter side of things there. I've heard that you have a little side gig at the wintertime during Christmas holidays. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I play Santa Claus. That's why I have this big giant beard. I play Santa Claus for I'm drawing a blank, John. Help me out.
Mill Creek Township?
Mill Creek Township, the Asbury Barn.
Okay.
They do a breakfast with Santa, and I've done it for 2 years now. And you know, the first time I was very nervous.
Yeah.
But it's probably my favorite thing to do all year.
Sure, I bet it is.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'll
it's
bet it is.
absolutely awesome.
I can see you with these kids and just being jolly and happy and making them feel good.
Oh,
there.
when they pull the beard and it's real, they love it.
They love that. I was
love
going
it.
to say they
Yeah.
do there. So, okay.
For sure.
Okay. Well, that's good. Anyway, I think we're just about out of time here, Chris. I want to thank you for being here and,
Thank you.
and taking some questions. And I hope that helps the voters decide who they're going to vote for in November. And I believe that you will come out on top there.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Chris, appreciate it.